Almost 2 years ago, I set out on a mission. I wanted to record the world around us. Now, I'm not talking about the world we're in right now. I'm talking about what used to be and how it got us to the point we are today. I like to call that series Abandoned History. There are signs everywhere around us of what used to be and how it became to be what it is today. Our journey today takes us to Purdue University, which is celebrating its 150th anniversary. What better way to celebrate and honor Purdue University's rich traditions and legacy by than looking back on what on its campus still remains from the past 150 years.
All campuses need a gathering place, and the old pump used to be this location. For Purdue couples anyway. The old pump, or as it was known in those days as probably just a pump, was just that, a water pump. It sat conveniently next to Ladies' Hall, a dormitory built for women on Purdue's campus that stood from 1875 to 1926. Girls would often say they were going to get water from the pump, but would often happen to have a chance meeting with their boyfriend who was there at the same time as they were. What a coincidence. Other legends of the Purdue Old Pump include prankster students hiding in the bushes, grabbing unsuspecting passerby, and dousing them with water. Today, the old pump still stands in its original location, hiding behind the bushes and shrubbery near Stone Hall. Most people walk by without knowing this iconic piece of Purdue history. University Hall used to have some very different neighbors. The original physics building and the hand building used to stand immediately to the left of the building, but have long since been demolished. The Class of 50 Lecture Hall and Stanley Culture Hall now sit on the spot of these buildings. Although there's been much change around it, the grave of John Purdue still sits quietly in the tree line, as it has for over 100 years. The Hello Walk is still at Purdue, so what's it doing on this list? The Hello Walk as Purdue students know it today is vastly different than the one it replaced. Although it's in close proximity to the first one, the original Hello Walk existed over 100 years ago as a path leading to the previously mentioned Ladies' Hall. It sat with a large hedge beside it and spawned the tradition of saying hello to strangers on the sidewalk that is still very much alive today. It still cruises around campus blasting its iconic train horn, and still often stops in front of Hovde Hall for photo ops, all in the tradition of the original Boilermaker special. Hovde Hall still stands, but a certain iconic fountain now imposes on that view. What were once tiny saplings now shroud Tarkington Hall in shade on a hot summer's day, and where a giant statue once stood now sits a grassy dirt patch. In 1965, in honor of homecoming, the students of Tarkington Hall erected this statue that would go on to win the Best Decorating contest. Although the statue is no longer standing, the residence hall looks much the same as it did 50 years ago. I'm now gonna go back in time and have a look at this statue for myself. Although John F. Kennedy never attended Purdue University, he did stop by for the 1960 mock presidential election. He was nominated by students for president and gave a speech in front of Wiley Hall. Wiley Hall is still standing, and by the look of the footage, the location of the speech would be right in front of the Cordova Recreational Sports Center. Where the Wilmuth Active Learning Center and the bell tower now stand was the site of one of the Purdue Grand Prix races. Although the go-karts now race elsewhere, you can still find the bikes and scooters of campus racing around in a similar location, now trying to make it to class on time. This is just a small piece of the ever-changing history of Purdue University. The campus is constantly evolving, and it's nearly impossible to keep up with these changes. For now, this has been the not-so-abandoned, but more alive history of Purdue University. This has been Matt from Codemic Studios, and thanks for watching.